Hello, I'm the DM, and you're listening to Campaign 2 of Fools and Flagons, The Tales of Archeron. We livestream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fools&Flagons. That's Fools, the letter N, Flagons, every Friday at 7 p.m. Central for Tales of Archeron and 6 p.m. Central for Storm King's Chaos. If you'd like to join our community and talk not just about D&D, but other games as well, consider joining our Discord. The links can be found below in the description. Do you like us? Like, really, really like us? Consider donating to our coffee page at ko-fi.com/Fools&Flagons. The links can also be found in the description. Donations and memberships are never required and always appreciated. We have no gated content for members only, and all proceeds go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps to keep the podcast alive and well. Are you ready for some D&D? All right then. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for the Fools and Flagons podcast.
Grab your drink and raise your glass. Make a mess and kick some ass. Dungeon Master has no chance. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Raid the dungeons and slay the dragon. Sharpen your sword and prep your wagons. There'll be death and tons of magic. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Time for Fools and Flagons. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
What'd you do? You play the intro song twice?
No, just look. Just look.
Oh. I'm used to stuff like that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fools and Flagons. As you can see, we have a very special guest. The Christmas Walrus has arrived.
I thought it was a stoplight walrus.
Oh god, he's eating his own teeth! Alright, well, hello. Sorry that we missed the last weekend when we were supposed to play. Schedules didn't align and I was busy working. So, it is what it is, but we're here to have a makeup session. So let's do some of that. So tonight we're back on with the Tales of Archeron. We want to thank you for your follows, subscriptions, and bits if you're watching us live on Twitch, which is every other Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
He's in the background. Look at him.
What?
In your background.
Banana Dan.
Oh yeah.
There's Nick.
Speaking of Nick, go give him oh wait, that didn't post. Why did that not post?
Your stream deck also get borked.
No, it weird.
Here at Fools and Flagons, we're professional.
Professional. Weird. My little chat command things aren't working, so I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, sorry if you do give us follow subscription. Oh fuck me sideways, man. We will not recognize them verbally as so as not to disrupt the story, but someone in here will be watching chat and will talk with you while I'm not talking with them, as is tradition.
I won't.
It's true. So we want to give a huge thank you to Martyr, Gene, and Cargo, our tavern patrons over on our coffee page. Your support helps keep the tavern lights on, the mugs full, and the chaos flowing. Let's see, will that one actually work? Coffee? Well, that one fucking worked. Why'd the Nick one not work? It's fucking racist. There it goes. But yeah, if you like what we do and you would like to support us in any way, our coffee page is the best way to go. All proceeds go straight into Fools and Flagons and keeping us being able to do this as a hobby. So yeah, anyone else got anything interesting? No?
Nope.
I actually need to check something real quick here. So that's our next one. What's that? Okay, so no, I don't think Christmas is going to be an issue this year. So I think that Christmas week is our normal off week, so we should be fine.
Yeah, that pesky holiday always gets in the way.
Familial celebrations. What can you do?
What's family?
That little furry thing that was
You
on your
could-
lap a second ago.
Fair.
You could be like Yule, and Yule lasts for 3 weeks.
Ah, yes. No D&D for 3 weeks. Perfect.
No,
We've already done
you can
that.
still live your normal life.
No.
Family. Okay.
Listen,
Why is he's got this stink face? He's got a little bit of a snag.
it's his bird face.
Yeah, it's my face.
Okay. Well, if no one else has anything that they want to announce or say, let's get on into it. So grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Water.
Don't drink the cat.
Cough
He got
drop.
her face.
He looks so mad.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
I am slightly distraught, mother. All right.
Robert.
Robert.
So, sir.
What?
Picking up where we last left off. The Tempests are heading westward to try and return to the continent of Drago, where Pez's friend Hambjerger has been supposedly reincarnated, and is also the end goal of Lakin's task given to him by Ceto. But the journey so far has been laden with obstacles. First, a blue dragon attacking their airship, and now the port of Ariminum is under lockdown due to said dragon attack. The city was still a bit twitchy after the last blue dragon sighting, and they were none too eager to further anger the sea goddess. With nothing else to do until nightfall, where Lakin could speak with Ceto himself, the Tempests found themselves an inn and explored the Romanan capital for the day. Somewhere, somehow, along the way, Kasumi managed to stumble upon the local Thieves Guild, hidden within an apothecary, wherein they met the Velvet Hand, the leader of the Golden Hand Thieves Guild. The Velvet Hand was quite irate with the situation, as it was hindering business. However, being such a fresh development, there was little that any of them could do. And as night fell, Lakin communed with Ceto to see if the goddess was actually upset with the city. And she was not. And she informed Lakin that the high priest that had locked down the city using her name was not one of her priests. We rejoin them now as Lakin emerges from the ocean with a new target in his sights, and then immediately proceeds to chuck Zahn into the ocean. He mouthed off to you and you kicked him into the water.
Oh, no, I remember.
Oh, okay.
Don't care.
Okay, so if memory serves, most of you were staying in the let's see, where is it? You were staying in the Golden Eel, and Lakin had gone out with Zahn to commune with Ceto. So Zahn, you are now crawling out of the somewhat chilly ocean water, soggy head to toe. And Lakin is leaving a nice wet trail heading back towards the inn. So, it is nighttime. What are you all doing?
Like a soggily walking back.
Mhm.
Yes. We are the soggy bottom boy. In constant sorrow.
It's old brother war there, Isa. We were talking
What
about
is
that
the
in call
definition of freestanding?
It is standing upright without any supports keeping it up.
Can I control water myself dry? Yeah, like, I mean, I could technically do a bunch of crazy shit with it, but I'm like,
Let me read that spell real quick.
You want to burn that high of a spell to get dry.
I mean, it's late at night. We're about to take a nap.
Yeah, with dragons attacking the city.
Roll initiative,
Yeah.
fuckers.
At least he won't be soggy.
I'll have that soggy butt.
Interesting. You know what? Sure. Why not?
I control water by water. Like,
I'm already wet.
Well,
bring me?
actually,
Oh.
looking at your options of flood, heart water, redirect flow, and whirlpool, none of those really apply to water being on your person. Though the whirlpool option makes me giggle because you're just giving yourself a swirly. But
Putting yourself through a spin cycle.
yeah. So no, I would say that probably not. Because all of these seem to be like a significant chunk of water. It's not like you're parting the soup bowl or anything. All right, so the two Soggy Bottom boys make it back to the Golden Eel. Were the rest of you staying up and waiting for them to come back, or?
Kasumi is posted up in like the corner of the tavern section of the Golden Eel, and she is playing her fun little game with Mage Hand again.
Oh, just assaulting the
swatting
people
at
that
any
are trying to
patrons.
assault the waitresses. Yep. Okay.
Yep, she's dealing out some karma.
It's called counters.
Exactly.
Gorilla. Go
Before I enter the inn.
Oops. Hold please stream. Sorry, Discord lagged on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try again.
Before I get back to the inn, I will cast Gust of Wind on myself.
Now you're a poofy bunny.
Just walks through the door.
So, having been on the front of a boat that was out in the ocean for a time and gotten off, the wind blowing your hair back makes it stay back. So you look permanently windswept as the salt in your fur dries in a that way direction.
I regret this decision immediately.
It's like when Mariko was
like
talking
you
about
can go faster.
the hyperspeed cat, but he did it to himself. And it's now stuck that way. Okay. So, you boys get back and you see Kasumi's in the back corner, just kind of sitting there watching the waitresses, and you see her occasionally just go like, and then you hear like an exclamation of discomfort or pain, and possibly some grumbling to the person sitting next to them that they assume is the one that poked them in the ear or what have you.
She's gonna start a bar fight.
Pez, what are you up to?
I don't really know where I would be.
Where do you want to be?
The world is your oyster.
I want to be on a rocket going to the moon.
Which one?
Yes. I'd probably just be chilling in the corner with Mariko, I guess.
Riko's just sitting with Kasumi, watching Kasumi cause chaos.
And I'm with the three of them
Okay.
in the middle.
I have an audience. Good.
Just imagining the kobold eyes peeking over the table and you see a finger going, that one. All right. So the other two come in, leaving a nice wet trail behind them, joining you at the table.
All I can imagine is just like the squelchy foot sound.
Well, what'd you find out?
What?
What'd you find out?
Stuff.
Is that all we're gonna get?
He didn't tell me, Isa.
I need to mull over the information.
Okay, so like you're gonna tell us in the morning?
Possibly. Ceto's not mad.
Okay.
I may have to kill someone.
Is this someone that we mutually dislike?
Oh yes, everyone hates them. I'm pretty sure.
Then this will be fun.
Didn't you? Never mind.
if we're taking out bad guys, then why does it matter?
That is just subjective.
Well,
That was a big word for me. I'm proud of myself.
Someone has to be.
so are we just gonna call it a night then?
I mean,
Well, give me an hour. I need to recoup.
Okay.
Okay.
What time is it?
It's late
It's
in the
dark.
evening.
it's time for you to invent a watch.
Mariko, what time is it?
It's late in the evening, but that's super late.
Okay.
Yeah, Lakin
It's
basically,
dark
once
out.
it went dark outside, is when he went to Less.
Yes.
Went
Safe.
out to the ocean. So,
You would see Lakin's expression is very lost in thought and slightly autistic, with twitching of eyebrows. As if he's really angry and then thinking and then really angry.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Did you write down
Well,
times?
I could continue my fun little game while you sit.
What game?
I'm just dishing out some karma.
But to who?
Okay, just come over here. She's like gestures.
Sounds just like. like sneaks
Okay, so don't draw any attention to yourself. Okay? But look over that guy, and she sees a guy like across the bar. She's pointing. Do you see he's been trying to harass the barmaiden, so just wait until she walks by, and if he does something, I'm going to quickly deal with it. So just watch. Shh, just silent. And they were just watching. And if you allow this, if he does try to reach out for the barmaiden, Kasumi is going to immediately have her mage hand go over and stick its finger in his ear.
okay. So Zahn, you wait patiently, a little confused, and Kasumi's just locked eyes on this one person. And then one of the bar maidens is dancing through the crowd, and almost as if like it's a game of all the patrons, is because of how well that they are moving, they try to reach out and give a little butt pinch, or grab hold of him in some way, shape, or form. And as soon as that arm reaches out, you see him kind of like when a bug flies in your ear, he just and like starts wiping at his ear and flicking it and trying to see what got in there, because there's nothing. You didn't see anything. He just started to spaz out of nowhere.
And then
Does he have it?
Kasumi-
I'm sorry.
Kasumi's going to make the mage hand be visible behind his shoulder and wave, and then go back to be invisible. Yes.
DM, does he have a drink?
It's fun.
Yeah, pretty much everyone in the tavern has a drink.
Can I use invisible
What?
hand to make it splash on him?
What?
Can you do invisible
Can you do that?
hand?
Thaumaturgy lets me do it. Lets me instantaneously cause an unlocked door window to fly open or shut. So can I just use it to?
Is a glass of alcohol window?
I mean, it weighs about as much as one.
Confused.
No.
This is not a window or a door.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm just enjoying my drink from my sippy cup.
Title of the episode: This is not a window or a door.
But I'm just simply helping watch after the bar maidens, and if anyone tries to antagonize them, I am just quickly putting an end to it.
Oh, okay. I see. I will continue to watch.
If you see anybody, let me know. Pez has been really good about finding people for some reason. Just shaking. I just picture his head like right at the table levels.
Yeah. He's kind of down here and just going. All right. How late do you stay up doing this? Because it is nighttime.
Sumi's gonna. So is Lakin kind of sitting at the table?
Yeah, I'm just sitting at the table.
Okay. She's gonna do this for probably another hour or so, and then see if Lakin changes his mood at all. She was doing it just to try to pass the time because he said he needed an hour.
Okay. Lakin, do you need any help in remembering what was said or anything, or?
No, I have the gist.
Okay.
How many people are in the bar? It being like later right now.
It's a surprising amount of people in the inn or the tavern. It was busy in the morning, it was busy in the afternoon. There seems to be a constant flow of people as ships come in and crews go out. It is died
But the
down.
port's closed.
Sorry?
The port's closed.
Well, I was about to say that it's died down a little bit, but well, that's
there's
part of the
still
reason
ships
why
coming
there's
in?
so many people in there, because the ports are closed. They got nowhere else to go. They're not heading to their ships.
Oh.
They're grounded.
I thought you said that there were ships coming and going, and I was like, "What are we doing?"
No, sorry, that was more for the time that you had been here before. You know that port is very busy.
Mhm.
In normal situations, it's very busy all day. So
Yeah.
knowing how many people are in this particular area, they can't leave. It's just about as bad or as good, depending on how you look at it, for business.
Fair.
They are stuck here.
We already purchased rooms, right?
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I mean, there's enough of a din in the area that you could have a level conversation and not be overheard very easily.
Okay. Okay.
You remember that priest?
Oh, yes.
Yes. He's a fucking liar. He is a two-tongued, fish-eyed, bullshitting charlatan.
That checks out.
He is lying about speaking for Ceto.
So we're going to expose him?
I would like to expose his entrails to Seagull.
Well, listen. Last time we did that, we got in a lot of trouble.
Well, you don't have to help if you don't want to.
Well, but we need to find a way to prove to everyone else that he's lying.
Well, we may need to involve your friend, the Velvet Hand.
Okay.
Anybody else
With
think
this-
that name is inappropriate?
What's on?
Does anybody else think that name is inappropriate?
The Velvet Hand?
Yes.
With a velvet
No.
dagger.
Oh no, the Velvet Dagger is definitely not inappropriate. The Velvet Hand sounds like something I would call myself.
Yeah, I think that was a typo on my part during the recap. It is the Velvet Dagger, not the Velvet Hand.
Oh, okay.
That's what I have
Yeah.
written down.
Well, shit.
But,
Velvet Dagger.
Yes.
My bad.
Which he knows where we're staying. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if he gave us a way to get in contact with him.
No, we are able to use sending.
That's right. Well, do we want to do that in the morning? I mean, the likeliness of him still being awake is probably high, but
Aren't you roguish types more night owls?
yes, that's what I just said.
So wouldn't he be awake right now?
He could be, but he's
It's-
also kind of the leader, so he could also be a delegator.
Right?
Do we want to contact him in the morning?
I reckon we could.
I don't know if any of us are in the condition to go out and pursue anything tonight, so.
We're just passing information. We don't have to do anything tonight.
Yes, I am getting
Why?
tired.
I'll leave that up to you if you want to talk to him tonight or if you want to wait.
The problem is that the Romanan leadership or council and their connection with this false prophet of lies and deceit is very tight. So I don't know how we will expose him for the foolish piece of gutter trash that he is.
Hold up.
But I know what would work 100% is if we turned him inside out.
I might have a better idea.
Ah, yes. You're just gonna slit his throat.
No,
My
Watch
favorite.
the light leave his eyes.
not quite. Sorry, I got signed out of D&D Beyond.
I'm waiting in suspense for this idea.
I know.
D&D Beyond.
I mean, Warriors On, you are a holy warrior. Could you not make this charlatan tell the truth while electrocuting him or something?
I mean, are you asking? Are you asking if I could convince him? Very possible, but to be fair, I do have the ability to possibly make him tell the truth. But there's nothing really. How do I describe it? Well, I mean, you're old? Are you familiar with Zone of Truth?
Oh,
Uh,
that.
Yeah,
I am familiar with this.
We've used that before.
Can that be the secondary option? I really want you to light him on fire.
No,
I mean, I'm okay with both of these options. I'm going to be completely
Cleansing through pain is a good way to atone.
Put him in a cone of truth and then just go, yep.
Yeah.
I think that was what I was trying to look at.
So I do have the ability to do this. That being said, he does not technically have to answer questions.
Right, but if we somehow get in the same room with him and then all of these nobles or whatever they are, and then we get that spell on him, if he doesn't answer and is unwilling to answer, that hopefully will make them question his
But how can we make sure
Loyalty.
that these nobles don't think that we're like assassins? Because I don't want things to go sideways like they did in
Well-
Takatari.
That's why we're going to elicit the help of our friend.
Help is a strong word. There's no guarantee he has connections like that.
I think you underestimate the connections of a crime lord.
Listen,
Privilege.
I've already been in prison before. I didn't like it. I didn't like being called a criminal. I didn't like it. I just don't want
Right.
things to go sideways again.
That is why we are going to do it this way and not by burning him to death immediately.
I didn't say death. I did. I never said death. You said death.
Listen, I really think that Lucio, aka the Velvet Dagger, is going to be a good source for this at least, because he's from here. He clearly has developed quite a following. I really think that he might have the resources and connections that we need. And if not, then we can continue to try to meet people in the city and see if we can find somebody. But Perhaps he could arrange some type of event
Accident. Yes, he could.
where the nobles and this priest would want to go to, that we could also be there.
Why do I have a strong feeling this guy is connected to the interlopers?
I was thinking that too.
Ooh, yes, he very well could be, which means we should kill him.
Oh,
After we expose him.
Yeah, sure.
We have that crystal thingy.
That crystal thingy.
Yeah,
The thing that
I realize
kept
it's
pointing at
not.
you.
I realize it's not in my pouch anymore.
Oh, thank God.
And she's looking right at
Yes.
Kasumi.
It's not.
For your
I
own
know,
good, young lady.
It's not.
I recognize that now, but
Yeah, you were getting a bit obsessive. I had to separate you.
And
Still.
it was never heard from again. Listen, I'm okay with any and all of these options. We can either shock him, burn him, make him tell the truth, and then shock him and burn him and kill him. And, you know, Listen, I'm a simple Harangon. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy.
He has a very solid 8-step plan.
Yes.
I say
Something. Murder him.
I say we arrange another meeting with our contact.
Uh-huh.
So then we can discuss the findings and any potential plans that could help us achieve this without getting arrested.
I mean, could we not just, possibly see if we can get an audience with somebody high up in government, since the king is aware of our existence?
I don't know, but that's why we're gonna. I
Wait
think we
a
should
minute.
go on the contacts we have so far.
I need to look at my... I need to remember spells. Give me a moment. I must remember.
He's sitting at the table. Wee.
Brain blast!
It's just a little firework. just a little-
So, we have technically met. I could just send him something.
I don't know if talking directly to the top lion is a good idea.
No.
Why not?
Well, he could consider it a breach of trust, which is non-existent because, as I remember, you said he saw you. That is not knowing someone.
Yeah, we didn't really talk to him. There's a lot going on. People were dying.
And we helped make the ones that
Yeah.
didn't deserve to die.
Yes, but
No,
I
it's-
agree. I don't think we have a personal connection with him to that level where we can just call him up and say, "Hey, buddy, let's
Yes.
chat."
But I have connections to a different king that might.
That seems like a lot of extra steps.
So it sounds like more steps than going and talking to someone, getting their assistance, having them get one of their assistants to help us. The assistants then help us do
Yours.
whatever we're trying.
You are referring speaking to another king from another land, so we don't even know what their relationship is with the rulers here. What if it's strained?
I don't think the Knightly Kingdoms have a strenuous relationship with...
Let's just see what we can handle with the friend of our contact here.
Okay.
I mean, because yeah, if we talk to, the Velvet Dagger tomorrow, and we don't like what he has to say, then we don't have to go with his plan.
And we kill him.
No,
Oh.
that's killing a crime boss is not really on my to-do list.
I could take
The
it.
object is to get out of this town. You realize that, right?
Mhm.
Being locked in jail or dead won't help us.
We should have just taken over the airship.
I don't think any of us can pilot it.
No.
I have proficiency with both land and sea vehicles. What's so different about an air vehicle?
Oh,
It's in the air.
doesn't Ceto not like air vehicles?
I am literally the scion of her coming. Come on.
Lakin gets on the boat, grabs the wheel, and just like lasers come out of the ocean at the boat from Ceto's eyes. I see what
Yeah,
you're doing, fucker.
We are literally trying to go do the thing that she needs me to do.
Mhm.
She's not going to care how we get there.
Well, but I would assume that she's also kind of probably not happy about someone pretending to be her.
Absolutely not. That's why I want to kill the bastard.
Okay, but listen, I think we all need to sleep on it.
I don't sleep.
We need to sit there and stare at a wall.
On it.
Oh, I'm gonna make plans.
Just Lakin is
But
going to
I
stare
think-
at that wall to their eye holes in it.
You know, there was this guy I knew a few hundred years ago.
Uh-huh.
His name was Defrey Jommer. And let's just say he was a little messed up in the head. But I'm pretty sure some techniques could be used to discern the truth. Or there's Ged
I think it's
Could
time
use
for
that
bed.
one too.
I think it's time for bed. Good night. Sumi's gonna walk away.
It's a very
Well, they're
silly
foreigners from the northeast.
name. So say I am.
No, these are more of like runaway murderers, but besides that, weren't bad guys. Well, they're kind of terrible guys. We'll change the subject. Anyway, you all should go to bed. You require that thing called sleep.
Kasumi's
Okay.
already on.
Imagine is a Tales of Artron version of someone trying to give someone a chemical lobotomy with just some weird potion concoction just straight in the eye hole.
Pez, get the jug.
Good
That's
fucking
just-
luck.
I'm just
wow.
sitting there between everyone, just looking between them, just sipping on my sippy cup.
Blinking one eye at a time.
Yep.
Listen, there are varying levels of dryness. He has to fix it at different intervals.
There's something on my eye and I'm trying to suffocate it. All right, well, I guess I will retire for the evening.
I think it's bedtime.
Wait, how many rooms do we have?
You can go
Two.
to.
One for the boys, one for the girls.
Which one am I supposed to be in?
Look between your legs.
There's nothing but armor.
Now, question, Pez, are you rooming with the boys or with the ladies tonight?
Yeah, hold 1 second here. How come he gets a fucking choice?
Because Pez is a girl's girl and leave it alone.
Going with the ladies.
Lakin,
What?
I need help getting the salt out of my fur. Itzad just turns his head and his hair is fucking like the Flash.
Or just Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah. Can I please have your assistance? He's rolling. He's
I don't
rolling
know
his-
how I can help you with that.
I have ein brush.
You want me to brush? Go upstairs.
It's in my bag. I'll see you upstairs.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye bye. I will go upstairs.
So the white streak goes up to his room.
That's so bad.
God damn it.
Okay, so Kasumi, Mariko, and Pez go up to one of the rooms. Zahn goes up to a room by himself.
I'm so alone.
Lakin.
There's nobody here beside me.
Oh no.
I get up and walk outside.
Okay,
Oh.
you go outside. So Zahn's sitting there on the bed, just like any second now. Okay. So you head outside. What's the plan? What you doing?
What do I see when I step out onto the front of the eel?
The tall marble obelisks with the bronze copper braziers on top are lit, giving off quite a bit of light around the docks. They're fairly evenly spaced. There's some dark patches in between some of them, but for the most part, the docks are fairly well lit in this particular area. A few stragglers wandering around here or there, but they all seem to be minding their own business. They don't notice another person standing in the gloom. Some of them seem to be a little bit wobbly, that they're, been slightly inebriated. None of them are really paying you any mind.
I was tossing with the idea of going to the temple,
Okay.
but then I thought better of it because there are others that will be affected by my own choices.
Okay.
I will go back inside and I will sit down in the booth and pull out my book. And I will be a very grumpy old man.
Okay.
Grumpy grandpa.
It's fairly easy. You've got a lot of practice at it.
Yes, I am the best at this.
Is there anything else any of the others of you want to do? For the
After
night.
about 10 minutes, I'll brush myself before going to bed. And I'll cast Hold Person on myself.
Okay.
I'm probably just like sitting in the corner next to, I assume, a very fancy looking potted plant. Just playing with the feather of Hambjerger.
Okay.
At some point, you've summoned Fluff, and Fluff is trying to bat at the feather.
Have a play.
It's adorable. Fluff does not have the strength to barely even come close to damaging the feather.
100% of the effort, 0% of the damage.
Right. Maximum effort. Alright. The night goes by calmly. Those of you that are upstairs, the low din of conversation downstairs is fairly comforting, fairly relaxing. You're able to drift off to an easy sleep. It's not the same as when you're in the wagon. It's not that familiarity, but it's comfortable enough. Lakin, you downstairs with your book, you see people coming and going. You see a few people falling asleep by their cups at the table. In the wee hours of the morning, around the time that the barman goes to bed, there's no more food being made. There's no more drinks being poured. No more waitresses are wandering around. Pretty much everyone around that point starts to weed themselves out. Their drinks are done, the conversation grows stale, and they vacate. So you are downstairs more or less by yourself, considering that everyone else that is still downstairs is asleep. But eventually, morning does come around. Lakin, you would be the first one to really hear the early morning hustle and bustle of dock workers getting up and trying to start their day, but running into a bit of trouble with that, considering that there's not much work to be done with no ships being allowed to leave or enter.
I cast message towards Zahn.
It is time to arise.
Sleep. Yes, Lakin.
You were in the room by yourself.
I'm one of them. Last one. Failure, wake up.
Dungeon Master, I will
Yes.
have put in an order.
I caught a fly out of the air.
Nice.
I would have put in an order for as much protein as they can fit on a plate for Zon and coffee.
Okay. Hot bean water and as much protein as possible. You catch the barman in the early hours. He comes down and he sees the usual patrons that are asleep. It doesn't seem to bother him much. They might be regulars, but what really catches him off guard is that you were awake when he left, and you're awake when he showed up again, which you can tell by the kind of double, triple glance that he gives you that that's not normal. But it's very easy to catch his eye, as you're the only one that's awake in there. And after about 20 or so minutes of putting in the order, you start to hear the sounds of meat sizzling in the back. It took him a little bit to get the fires going and to get the heat up. Unfortunately, you're not able to smell anything, but you're assuming it smells pretty good. So.
Who am I fucking with?
Pez. Okay.
Pez, it is time to awaken.
You're just like send a message.
Yep.
Did we
I've
get
done this to you
full
before.
Long rest.
Yeah, it was a long rest.
Okay. I'm not gonna be quiet.
What was that movie where
Let's
the
find out.
dude's like body sort of went to Mars?
Go to Mars.
John something.
Oh, you're talking about the one with the aliens.
Yeah.
John.
Because I'm remembering the part where he gets sent back to his body on Earth that had been like in suspended animation. He like rises up and just dust falls off of him. Because, you know, Pez is dusty.
John Carter.
John Carter. That was it.
I will be very quiet. And I guess message back. Okay.
Make a stealth check for me, Pez.
$22.
22. So you're not stealthy enough to avoid Moriko's notice.
To be fair, Mariko would be awake at this point, but she's just like laying down staring at the ceiling.
Right, which is why I'm saying it doesn't escape your notice that he gets up and starts moving around. Kasumi, I'll kind of leave this up to you if you think that you'd be conscious enough. He would still beat your passive perception, so whether you are awake or not, Pez is slipping by your notice.
So he's gonna stretch. Where are you going?
The voices in my head. They're calling me.
What?
I got voices. They're yeah.
It's probably
What are the
Lakin
voices?
doing sending.
What are they telling you to do?
Arise.
John Lennon.
Wow.
I guess it's time to wake up.
Yep.
Because he stretches.
Yep. Okay. So, you all wake up and eventually make your way downstairs, joining Lakin at the table that he had been occupying since the night previously. Food arrives. It's a lot of meat, few things of carbs maybe, but due to Lakin's order, it's mostly meat. The day is yours. What would you all like to do?
I pour coffee for everyone.
Did you contact Daggerheart? Or not Daggerheart?
Wrong game.
Did you contact, the Velvet Dagger?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, I guess whenever we decide to do that, that can determine what the plan is for today, but I figured we could at least request that we get another meeting with him.
Well, he's kind of expecting some words. We could just show up. Save the spell.
You know
We
him.
could-
I
we-
don't.
Well, I don't really know him either. That's why I'm like, I don't. We could try that, but there's also a possibility that we could get attacked because they're not expecting us, or, you know, et cetera. Like,
Kasumi,
Just
with your general understanding of how thieves guilds and such work, by saying the correct passphrase when you were talking to Linus in the apothecary, that is kind of the permission you need to be in that space. If you were to just show up randomly circumventing the system, that's when you would get in trouble. But by following the protocols and the correct passwords and stuff, that kind of gives you the, hey, don't shoot me. You would know that as a rogue.
okay. Well, we could try to go back and give the code word again.
All right.
But I don't know when they open, like, that store, because it was a store.
Well, the port is currently closed, and there's a bunch of people running around with money in their pockets, so I imagine they'll probably be open slightly earlier than usual.
Don is now like inches away from you. Did you say money in his pockets?
What about what? Why are you concerned
Yeah.
about money?
Do you need more?
Do you-
Well, needs a strong word.
You're like a bunny bank. You don't need anything else.
We have plenty of money.
Yeah, but I'm from Rokusin. I want what they have. And I'll usually take it.
Or
And
you
rogues
ask
are
politely.
bad.
Yeah, exactly. See? Now you get it.
That doesn't make sense, but
And
okay.
you thought I was crazy.
No, see, the difference
I
is
was
you'll take
crazy
without
once.
knowing. I'll punch them and then take it because they'll know I take it.
So you're gonna hurt people and take things instead of just taking things
Go for
without
that.
hurting anyone.
Semantics. How about this Velvet Dagger guy?
It's too early for this argument. When do we want to go?
Let's go right now.
Okay.
You waddled
Bez,
away.
do you want uppies?
I need to stretch my feeties.
Right. Then we roll.
Okay.
I don't.
Waddle,
think I
waddle,
can
waddle.
roll.
All right. So you head back towards the apothecary. Considering that it is on the other side of the city, more or less, it does take you a little bit of time to get there. By the time you make it into the market district, the whole area is already buzzing with early morning shoppers. You get to the apothecary, and you see Linus is out front with his golem, watering the plants and everything. He sees you, and... good morning. Wasn't expecting to see you again so soon.
Yes, I know we're probably back sooner than what you thought, but I came to ask once more if you sell Nightshade by the moonlight.
I certainly do. And he puts the flower pot down. He starts to walk back to where the trapdoor is, and you can kind of hear him muttering to himself, I thought they were going to buy something from me this time, but no, just going to the door. So
What does he sell again?
You have no idea. You didn't ask.
Oh.
So he leads you around to the back of the shop, through the tiny little hedge maze at the rear, pulls open the hatch, stands to the side, and waits for all of you to go down before shutting it behind again. With your memory and your ability to read Thieves' Cant, you're able to find the way again pretty quickly to the nice ornate door, and it's a little bit ajar. And you can hear that there's some movement going around inside, some paper shuffling around, something heavy being set down.
Okay. Kasumi is gonna slowly crack the door and kind of knock on the door frame. Good morning.
Yes, come in.
Okay, we're gonna just slide on in. So we're gonna message you, but we decided to just show up because we have something important to discuss.
I was not expecting to see you again so soon.
This is the second time we've had that this morning.
I'm used to my colleagues and subordinates being fast, but I hope you have some good news for me.
We have some news. Lakin was able to have a conversation with Ceto herself and has some interesting information.
Yes.
Interesting.
It turns out that this high priest of Ceto, and I say that with the most venom possible, is a charlatan and does not speak for the goddess one iota.
He's a fraud.
Curious.
There is an ulterior motive from this liar to closing your business and the port proper.
He's now standing beside his desk, one hand leaning on it, and you can hear his fingers drumming against it as he's starting to think. Well, I can certainly do some digging. It might take some time to get someone into the temple and really figure out what this phony actually is. Unfortunately for me, I'm not much of the religious type, so I don't focus that much, but I do know that the clergymen tend to cycle out, as it were. They come, stay for a time, go to a different area, and someone takes their place.
We were trying to figure out a way, because we have the ability to cast a spell to force him to tell the truth. Well, I guess to prevent him from lying. But to get the most out of that, we would probably need to get an audience or in some type of event where these noblemen are in the same vicinity as this priest, to where we could cast that spell.
I do like where your head is going with this. There's a few problems with your plan. Firstly, you're all foreigners. and therefore you have very little sway in your opinions.
Yep.
That is the biggest hurdle that you would have to overcome, is proving to someone in a city that, as far as I'm aware, none of you have ever really been to or had much influence in, to trust you over someone who, no offense, has a bit of a higher standing.
See,
We do have quite a
I
reputation.
suggested talking to the king in the knightly kingdoms and putting in a good word for us with the king here, but they was told that was a dumb idea.
But see, in and there of itself, you are missing some subtleties. We do not have a king, we have an emperor.
Yeah, same difference.
It's a bit more delicate than that. However, if you are speaking of the Knightly Kingdom's liege, they are not so much on speaking terms, but more polite diplomatic acquaintances.
Yeah, your emperor did attend the royal wedding.
As would be proper of any foreign dignitary to go and celebrate an ally's engagement.
What would you think the best option then would be to help expose this fraud?
Skin him and then keel-haul him. That would work. And he would be exposed to the salted waters of Ceto.
That's not what I meant.
What I
That could
would
be
pref-
his punishment after.
But I would prefer you not to spill blood in my city and further disrupt my business. There are a few avenues here. You go out, meddle, see if you can expose him in front of a crowd. Preferably without the killing. Going off of how you've been speaking, you are trying to leave. The killing would impede that. The other potential option that you could partake in, and you see him start to grin slyly, could always try to smuggle you out. Or perhaps you could go further north, spend about a week or so driving along the road to one of the other port cities and see if you can get out that way.
I mean,
Intimidation,
how would you smuggle us?
stealth. Say again, small one.
How would you smuggle us with a big ass cart?
Depending on how much you are willing to pay, that would then become my problem, now wouldn't it?
I really don't want that piece of filth speaking on behalf of my goddess.
We also may think Mariko was the one that brought this up. That priest could be secretly involved in a much more concerning group that could cause a lot more issues in your city if he is not dealt with. The purple robes.
Oh.
She's gonna hold up the medallion that she has. These fuckers. This symbol.
Yeah, we have no relation. Anyway, sure.
I wonder what would happen if we like flash that at them. Like, will they recognize it?
I would advise very heavily against showing that medallion to anyone else in this city.
Yep.
That was a very quick yep.
I
Do you know
have
much
a
about it?
query.
By all means.
When did this charlatan arrive?
Again, that is something I will need to dig into. I have not particularly, as I said, been paying attention to the clergymen, as generally speaking, they do not hamper, impede, or otherwise involve themselves in my day-to-day. And again, I shall reiterate, the clergymen tend to cycle out. We will have one priest, a high priest of Valkyries or Kadals, come in and attempt to spread their word and move on to another area, and soon another comes and takes their place. The only steadfast priests that stay here would be for those who worship Thalia.
Oh.
However, I can send some of mine to do some digging and try to get a little bit more information on this particular supposed high priest.
Do you possibly need a priest?
No.
Oh, okay. That's good, I guess.
He seems a little confused about your question, and then just kind of takes a breath and moves on.
I would like to go to this temple.
If you wish to go and visit the Pantheon, that is going to be in the... the Palatinus Maris.
Am I familiar where this is at?
You would know that that's more the Imperial District. It's like the high-end kind of place.
I cannot remember if we got a map of this place yet. I don't think so.
I would very much like to go there.
I certainly cannot stop you from doing so. Judging by your general demeanor when you're queried to go to the Pantheon, I'm going to assume that you were, and he kind of looks towards the rest of you, going to speak for this individual.
I will
or
not
to
harm him, expose him.
At some point, not yet. Actually, just...
I am not going to stop you. If that is the way that you wish to go, by all means.
While this is occurring, your agents could do their digging.
I can certainly send them on that
attack.
way.
This is kind of a time-sensitive situation, so we're not really planning on taking our time. Our goal is to get out of the city as soon as possible.
And my goal is to get the port open again as soon as possible. However, I very much enjoy not exposing ourselves to the city as a whole, so we try to do things with as little bloodshed as possible.
We have learned that.
Let me give you one warning. I do not know what you have been up to in other cities, or how much you've been getting away with. You do not want to get on the bad side of the Emperor and his legion.
Mm-hmm.
That is my warning to you. Good luck.
Well, if you have any other advice or recommendations, I'm sure you have your ways of getting in contact with us.
I have a few methods. I will instruct some of mine to investigate this high priest and see what he has been up to in the past little stretch of time.
Hmm.
Do let me know what you get into.
I guess we have our heading.
Yes.
Alright, well, we won't bother you any longer than necessary, but I appreciate you offering some advice.
Of course. If this benefits me in getting my business up and running again, then of course I will do what I can to help, to an extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, go on, away with you. You know where to find me. He goes and turns to sit down behind his desk, and as you all go to leave, if any of you happen to glance over your shoulder, you look and there's another person standing there by him at the desk, and you are not entirely sure when or how they got there. All right,
Let's go back
You're
up.
not the only person who can teleport, and I walk out.
I'm gonna see what that shopkeeper we keep going past sells.
Uh,
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm just gonna ask.
Okay. You head back up, going the way you came, except this time you head through the trapdoor to the apothecary.
That's where we entered?
Yes. Well, the last time that you were there, you took the tunnelway back to the port instead of going back up to the top. So I'm making sure that that was actually the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pop on back up. The trapdoor opens. Zon, with your arcane familiarity, when you put your hand on the door from beneath, you feel a slight thrumming, a bit of a vibration, as if something had been activated when you touched it. But it does open with no effort. All right.
Find out.
You all pop out. Linus is still towards the front of the shop, continuing to water his plants.
I am going to walk up to him. Pardon me.
Ah, well, hello. I was not expecting you to come back so soon. Things went well.
Sure.
Great.
What do you sell here?
Oh, I sell all sorts of things, usually things involving plants and things involving the byproducts of plants.
Like what?
Potions, poisons,
What kind of
seasonings for food.
Alright, I'm interested in two of these immediately. One, what kind of potions do you sell on Potion Salon?
The kind that heal.
Should have figured. And more importantly, seasonings.
I've got a few of those.
What kind do you have?
Spicy, herbal, umami, floral.
Wait, mommy?
Umami.
What is that?
Umami is a very generalized spice, Warriors on.
It's savory.
Oh,
It's really good over noodles.
Mm-hmm.
don't have noodles often. Is it good on meat?
You remember the noodles we had in that little village before we got in trouble?
Yeah.
I miss noodles.
How long does it last?
What, the spices?
Yeah.
A couple of years.
Let me take some of that, if you don't mind.
Sure, you just kind of looking for an assortment, or...
Sure. I like things that taste good. Surprise me.
He kind of like
And he
hikes up
he
his
hands him
pants
a-
a little bit, makes sure his apron is a bit tighter. He's like, all right. And he walks on into his shop, seeming a little bit happy to have business so early. He busies himself walking around the interior of the shop. He's going to different plants. He's pulling off sprigs. He's de-leafing some of them. He's getting seeds from others. And he's putting them all in individual little pouches, tying them off, setting them on the back desk that is just covered in like moss and loam and other knew that would get him. Detritus of just working with plants and such. The whole interior smells of nature. You've been walking around and you can smell the it's not always very pleasant, just general city smells, but this feels like you were out in the wilderness again, so it's a little bit of a odd change in sense. But eventually he gets you a nice spread. He goes, what say you do about 2 silver pieces for all of these?
Yes, it's fair. Pop some 2 silver pieces. And 1 more for the trouble with the doors.
Well, Hopefully you're staying in town for a little bit longer. I'd much appreciate your continued patronage there.
We'll see. That is to be determined.
Right. Well,
Excuse me.
yes to you, sir.
Do you carry southern barbecue spices?
Is that the sweet kind or the vinegary kind?
It would be vinegar based. I wish to make orc kebab for Warrior Zon and Warrior Pez.
I don't know how to feel about this. I am both intrigued and horrified at the same time.
Linus
It's not
reaches
made
up.
of orc, you idiot.
He kind of scratches his scruffy blue beard. He kind of thinks for a moment. I don't think I have the exact kind, but I can get you some good approximations.
And if you have it, some spiced chilies and peppers.
Those I do have. Give me just a minute, I'll get you a bit of a collection. For this, he actually goes towards the back of the shop where you see a ladder. He starts climbing up it, and you can see it opens to a hatch on the roof. He disappears up there for a few minutes, and then he eventually comes down, and he's got his apron is kind of like up in one arm, kind of using it as a makeshift sort of bowl. And he comes down with it, and he is picking peppers out of it, setting it on the table or on the counter. And then he goes around and he starts finding some other spices. He's putting it into a pestle and mortar and grinding it up for the uses of your orcish barbecue. Figure with both of you spending some time and some money there, we'll go ahead and hook you up a little bit and get some of the processing out of the way, so you're not having to go and do it all yourself. With the peppers and the spices, say about a silver piece.
Nonsense. For craftsmanship such as yours, a gold piece.
I really do hope you all stay in town for a bit longer. That's more money than I've made in the last 3 months. Well, anything else that I can get you?
No, I think we've got places to go.
Yes.
Right. He's
Yes.
kind of brushing his hands off, getting the dirt and soil off of him. Well, off of his fingers anyway. It's just now going onto his apron. Good luck. Have fun in the city. You know where to find us.
Thank you. And Kasumi walks.
Yeah, that'll
Put my
ferment nicely.
spices in.
Okay.
It's in packages.
That
I
smoky
didn't just
corpse
fucking
flavor.
Johnny Depp myself.
Prepare yourself for the dragon.
Paprika.
Okay. So what's the plan here? Heading towards the
Walking.
The tidal wave of anger is heading towards the Imperial District.
Okay.
Menacingly.
It with purpose and dignity. It is on the other side of town. You can see with your multiple trips that you've made through the city, towards the north is more of the residential craftsman sort of district of the city. And you get into the middle class where a lot more of the markets are and a lot more trade happens. And then you start getting into the more wealthy, well-off, high-end, noble-ish sort of society. Bigger singular buildings. There's a bit more gaps between them so that you're not just like building and like maybe an alleyway. But it's not difficult to find the Pantheon. It's let me see. it's a very large open air monument, square in shape, rectangular, sorry. No walls and no roof in the middle. Just there's a roof that kind of goes along the edge of it for a little bit of shelter from the elements. And you see people of different walks of life here. There's for being in the like uppity noble district, there's a lot more people here of the poorer attire than you would expect there to be. But most of them are going to the Pantheon, and they're generally unmolested as they get there. No one's bothering them. They're not getting shaken down or anything. And you see most that are going there are going to the other deities. There are ones that are going to the Thalia statue, but as you get there and a little bit closer, you see that all along, just on the interior, just where they're not quite underneath the awnings, are individual statues for each of the gods going around. And they're very, very tastefully done. They are immaculate. They almost look like if you look away, they're going to move and just, tap you on the shoulder. They're incredibly lifelike looking. Kadal has his Valkyrie, Gambor's, Coyote. The statue for the dragon lovers, Shenshei and Tlazoquatl, they're on a singular pedestal and they're kind of going up and entwining almost like a DNA helix. Aaron has one, Mariko, if you are interested in any of that. Bowler's got one, Ceto is there. Ceto's is a little bit larger than the others. The kind of scale is Thalia is the biggest, Ceto's kind of in between, and the others are kind of a uniform height going around from there. There's very clearly some favoritism here.
Sumi's gonna walk over to the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Mariko's
I'm just gonna
walking over to
place-
Aaron's.
Sumi's gonna place one of her little jade statues.
And as you go up to the base of these individual statues, you do see that there are tributes and gifts left there. Some of it's just coins. You'll see little flowers here and there. Some that are very clearly more expensive. Like there was a noble person that came here and there's an offering of something shaped out of gold. And then there's one that you can see it looks very clearly hand carved. Probably by someone coming in on one of the boats on the way over, and they finished it, they're carving it through the waves. But pretty much all of the deities here have an offering of some kind. So as populous and as sort of favoritist the people here are, everyone worships kind of everyone in this hodgepodge port city.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll
Rika,
look
were
into
you
that.
gonna do anything?
She places a pretty raven feather that she found on it.
No.
It's okay.
Okay, so Kasumi has gone to Shenshei and Tlazoquatl's statue, placed a little figurine there. Mariko went and placed a feather at Aaron's.
A ferret.
A ferret at Aaron's. Just the whole ass dead. She found
Whole
it
ass ferret.
roadkill when it was on the way here. She's like, oh, I didn't get anything for Aaron. This'll do.
That just made me remember the whole ferret hullabaloo with the crystal. When they were trying to get the crystal from Mariko, Mariko turned into a ferret and went into the...
diving into the vents of the cart. Pez, are you doing
and
anything
Lakin
here?
having to punch a ferret.
I'm gonna go up to the coyote one and grab one of Hambjerger's feathers from my hat, give it a little smooch, and put it on the thing.
Okay. Let's see. Nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. Um,
Oh, my.
so Coyote statue is a little bit more intricate than some of the others. His statue in and of itself is of his humanoid form, but around his feet are the myriad forms that he's taken in the past. You see a fox, a bird, the actual coyote, canine, a snake. There's just more sprinkled around the base of his than some of the others that are just their figure.
Yeah, little Hambjerger feather just there.
Okay. Zon, Lakin?
I figured I would go last.
Yeah, I kind of figured as well. Zon, are you...
I was Valkyrie. Obviously, I'm not gonna put anything there. I'm gonna put it in my hand. Don't have anything for you now. Gotta have one hell of a story after I save you.
Valkyrie's is one of the larger statues. Her wings are very, very, very well done. The feathers look like feathers. Someone took a lot of time for every single one of those. They're not like fully outstretched, but they're kind of tucked in and up, but just that imposing size, her muscular frame and the wings, just, she fills the space for hers.
This is good. I'm gonna look over at the Kadal one. I still have to talk to you. You haven't gotten back to me yet.
All right. Lakin, what are you up to?
Well, I am trudging and looking like a predator. I look over at Gambor's statue, and I say in like a mockery in Orcish, I say unworthy. And move towards Ceto's.
Okay.
Do I see that fuck face over there?
Make a perception check for me.
It is 19.
19. You look around, and you don't really see anyone that looks to be a priest. Everyone that seems to be in the Pantheon at this particular moment are normal, everyday citizens.
What sort of offerings have been left, Ceto?
A lot of what's placed around the base of Ceto's tentacly lower half seem to be remnants of the ocean. There's dried coral, there's seashells, there's conches. You even see some that look like the sand dollar shells, but they're painted on, and some of them look really, really nice and very well done, and some look like it was definitely a child took a stab at it. Definitely a well loved deity here in Ariminum, but none of the usual coins that you would see. That kind of stuff is generally saved for the departure of travel.
I would start to say a little bit louder so people around me can hear it as I'm looking at her.
And they think your magnificence is angered. They would think you, master of the ocean, would see them who have paid such fine tribute washed away.
There's a man.
Anybody noticing?
There's a man that was also kneeling before the statue who kind of looks up at your just imposingness. And he has, well, I was going to say he has the smell, but you can't smell. Fuck. He has the look of that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sea salt skin. You know what I mean? Like someone that's just been on the ocean, period. He's got that look to him. Like he looks way older than he may be, just because he's all leathery and wrinkled.
Salty sea dog.
Yeah, yes, that's the one. He kind of looks up at you, and he gets to his feet, and there's a little bit of cracking of the knees. Like, what do you say?
I say that the goddess of the sea wants nothing but success from Ariminum. For she has told me herself.
One day I wish to hear her words for myself, but that has not happened as of yet.
Why wait?
It is not
What
a wait.
questions do you have for her?
No questions. I simply wish to hear her voice for myself. She has given me everything I have ever asked for, and more.
Do you believe these lies? That she is angry with the city?
I do not know. I was not here for the first attack, but I heard it was vicious and swift.
It was not her doing.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
That's a 25. I am a charisma-based character.
Pretty good. Very good, very nice.
You can see his jaw working just a little bit behind his kind of wrinkliness. Give me one quick second here. So you say she is not upset, and yet we are stuck here.
We are stuck here because of the lies of those that would pretend to say her truth.
You speak of the new priest.
Ha! A mockery!
You can kind of see his hands kind of like clenching and unclenching at his sides. What do you mean, a mockery?
He is not who he says he is. I heard from her as I look up at her. He spreads the lies, says he speaks for her, when she is proud enough to speak for herself.
He looks from the statue back to you as you finish speaking. But to what gain?
The needs of the mortals to cause strife, mischief, and the like are always funded by coin and their own agendas.
You see his brow furrow and he looks confused at that statement. And you can tell that he's really trying to work what you're saying through his head, but something's not clicking.
Ask yourself, do any of the folk here present, or those that work the docks or the ships, Do they gain anything from the port being closed?
We gain more for not losing his ship to her wrath.
But it is not her wrath.
Again, you start to see his jaw working as if he's chewing on something.
When is the last time, sailor, you saw her wrath?
Not since I was a boy.
And what form did it take?
You see a bit of a grin come to him. Those of the lawless tribes thought to take up piracy.
Ha ha ha! Oh.
I have never
No.
been so happy to see a vessel sink.
And DM, it's a pretty nice day, isn't it?
Oh yeah, blue skies, little wispy clouds. The temperature is very, very comfortable. Knowing that one of their popular exports is wines, you're able to tell that this weather is the reason why they are able to do that. The vineyards that you have heard of but haven't actually seen, that going off of the sailor talk, the myths and the legends that you've heard on a ship about the Romanan Empire, is that there are like thousands of miles of vineyards where they are just harvesting grapes supposedly all year long to make some of the best wines that the world of Archeron has ever known.
Can we see the ocean from the Pantheon?
The Pantheon is set up specifically so that Ceto's back is the ocean.
I hold my hand over towards the sailor.
I want to show you some.
Are you being like, come to me? Or like, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm being like a fellow follower of the
Okay.
goddess.
Not come with me or I'm gonna rip your arm off and beat you to death with it.
Look, you're charismatic. I gotta know.
It's true.
So yeah, he comes towards you.
Look. What do you see, that ever expanse blue?
My calling.
And how are her waters? Are they tumultuous? Do they show calamity? Or are they calm and strong?
He pauses for a moment, again doing that chewing cud motion with his jaw. Just because it is calm and serene does not mean that something does not lurk beneath.
As a veteran sailor would know, yes. But what I can tell you is that her wills is to see this port open, to see the tributes flow, to see Ariminum prosper. These dragons were not sent by her.
I feel like I need to go have a word with my captain. He's keeping his eyes out on the ocean as he says this, and you can kind of see him looking from the ocean back to the docks again.
Tell all who you pass of the faithful. Tonight, I will reveal her to you, and you may hear her voice.
Oh shit.
I'm going big. This fucking fraud has no idea who he fucked with.
He looks towards you a bit confused, but when? Where?
Is it going to be a moonlit night tonight?
Zahn, on a scale of 1 to glow stick, how you doing? No, sorry, I was stalling for time. It's
Well, you see.
Haven't been shaken yet, so.
Quick, crack his back.
No, fuck you! Don't do that.
It is going to be actually both of the moons are in their new phase. Tonight is going to be almost pitch black. Like you are going to be able to see.
Perfect.
You are going to be able to count every single fucking star in that sky.
Perfect. When the stars are bright, she will talk to you.
He finally turns away from the view and reaches his hand out for kind of the warrior's handshake kind of thing, clasping the forearms.
Beastmaster.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything at that point. He just grips your forearm and gives you a very firm nod. And as wrinkly and kind of older as he feels, his grip he's a hardy dude.
Yeah.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Salty sea dog.
I mean, if you licked him, it would probably be like a salt lick. Lamb.
Lick him. You'll never really
there
know
are
a sea
people in
dog
this party
unless
that
you
would
lick
do
him.
that. Sorry, down
No.
there. Sorry, I pointed the wrong direction. I meant that way.
Pez.
Never
Salty
really know,
boy.
man, until you've licked him.
I mean, maybe Fluff.
He gives you a firm nod and then seems to be walking with very intent purpose.
Oh yeah, I just planted the seed of religious zealousy. Oh, fuck, it feels good.
And with that being said,
Salt leader.
we're going to take a little bit of a break. So we'll be back here in just a minute to see what other sort of revolution Lakin has it planned. So don't go too terribly far away.
Religion.
And we are back. Hello, everyone. We had a very interesting conversation that we'll have to have outside of this, maybe on a Tavern Talk stream that could be quite a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. And if you're not part of the Discord already, join us. We'd like to have... Oh, my button's not working again.
Oh no.
Fine, I'll just fucking do it
We're currently
manually.
trying to hire an IT specialist.
But you didn't spell
the fuck we
Discord
are.
right.
What? Disockered.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
We're currently trying to hire an IT specialist.
No. No one is hiring anyone. Unless it's for social media. Because, dear God, I cannot be fucked to do that.
Come here.
Okay. So, as the Dark Knight Skull begs for food from Papa, what's the plan? Where are you guys heading? You've gotten one figure to believe your claims, and as far as you are aware, he's going to be spreading your word.
Oh, and I was not quiet during all of that
For sure.
conversation. Like, I was definitely being loud enough to be heard
Showboating.
by others.
Mhm.
No, not showboating. I was orating.
Okay.
There's a difference. Go do rogue stuff.
Yeah, why don't you just
However,
pickpocket somebody
yeah.
without hurting them?
Go do some reverse pock picketing.
Go put as many jade statues in people's pockets as you can.
No.
All right. Well,
I mean, I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing while I'm doing that, because I'm sure my thing took some time. So whatever you guys are doing in the meantime.
Rico's just been zoning out, staring at the Aaron statue.
I can definitely give you a better idea, as I realize I kind of skipped over a few and gave more descriptions for the others. So, all of these statues, though beautifully carved, they are made of different materials. Gambor's seems to be a dark black stone, probably somewhere along the lines of obsidian. The twin dragons are made of Tlazo is made out. Sorry, Shenshe is made out of jade, and Tlazo is made out of gold. Aaron seems to be a darker marble with veins of white streaked throughout. Ceto's is a very... It looks like white marble, but it might be a little bit closer to coral. Coyote's seems to be made more of wood that has twists and swirls and knots in it to kind of signify his shape-changing tendencies. Valkyrie's is made of mostly pure quartz, but where detail would need to be, it's been scuffed up a little bit so that detail is there. But like around the stomach or like a piece of armor, it might be a little bit more see-through as detail's not quite as necessary. Kadal's looks to be made of a stone gray granite, very, very plain, very basic. Let's see, what are some of the others there? Yeah, those are the ones that you guys were looking at, so that's what you see.
Yeah.
So you all were kind of sitting around, sort of praying, sort of listening. What's the plan now? Don't everybody speak at once.
Kasumi's gonna walk over to Lakin. So, did you get any information?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
So, what now?
I am going to show the people of Ariminum how false this prophet is.
Oh. How?
By bringing the Queen of the Seas before them.
Oh, do you think she would do that?
Yes, I do.
So, how many people are going to see her, though?
As many that show.
How do you do that?
But I'm having a sailor talk to her directly. A devoted man.
That's fine.
Should we get more people?
What warriors on?
How do you get her to, you know...
Do you see her hulking statue behind me?
Yeah.
Yes. Just wait till this evening.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
So you told one sailor. Should we tell more?
The faithful will be here. I am assured of it.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do in the meantime?
Well, I didn't really get that far into it. To be honest, I was kind of hoping that guy would be here, and I was just gonna kill him, you know?
Oh, I thought we said we weren't going to do that, though.
Yeah, I thought about it, and then I decided that, well, if I just go crazy and, you know, kill him, you guys would not be implicated.
But we've been seen with you the entire time we've been in the city.
That's fine. It
It's not like
worked out.
It's not like we can just be like, I don't know that guy.
No. I would have given a very believable representation of a madman, and you could have all stopped me after I killed him.
But
I was fully prepared to let Zahn cut my head off.
didn't the Velvet Dagger tell us not to do that?
Yeah, but it's more like guidelines than actual rules when you're talking to a criminal.
I also thought that we probably shouldn't get on like the bad side of the law in this lovely town.
You would not be on the bad side of the law. You would be apprehending me, a fugitive.
Well, were you gonna like tell us this beforehand? Or
Oh,
were you just-
yeah, sure. Yep.
Hmm.
100%.
I mean, to be
Inside
fair,
check.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll an insight check.
people don't really tell people everything. All the
I trust him.
time.
He's very believable. With a natural 1.
And there you go.
I vote for you.
No, I joke. It is a jest.
Okay.
We have made a promise to not slay this individual before whose due time, which will be after he is exposed. And then we can do whatever we want with his body. Like feed it to my shadow shark while he's still alive.
Did you say Shadow Shark?
Punchy.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well. So.
He actually gets quite hungry today. All the time. Ravening. You all rode him.
Yeah. Quite unsettling.
Oh, quit it.
It's unnatural.
Says the fox lady from the Feywild.
Yeah, but that thing is dead.
You're dead.
No. I'm
No,
not,
Lakin, you're dead.
actually. You are. Speaking of, I think I have something that might help, if we need to have you appeal to the masses. Kasumi's gonna get in her bag. She's gonna pull out a small little glass bottle and hand it over to him.
What is this?
Well, you can't smell it, but it makes you smell better. It's cologne.
What are you saying?
You kind of stink.
Kasumi, that's rude. You're gonna lie to him like that?
What? Are you saying that I'm wrong?
No, you smell like shit.
What flavor
I
in
am
that
well
coconut
beyond the
bottle?
decomposition rate for actual odor.
Yes, but you don't shower.
Yes.
I
We
never
just
really
got
thought you
out of
smelled
the
like.
ocean last night.
Yeah,
I
now you're
didn't think you
supposed-
smelled like dying. I just thought you smelled like low tide.
Either way, it's unsettling. So that little bottle there will help you. Just a couple spritz in the morning. Maybe a refresher in the afternoon.
Listen, Lakin,
Wait.
I'm not saying you're a terrible person. I'm just saying, if I had to choose between you and a pile of crap, I would be like, what's the difference?
Yes,
He smells
Bez.
better than crap.
You're supposed to spray the cologne, not drink it?
No, you don't
What?
drink it.
Why does that sound like meat?
And don't think that I'm specifically trying to single you out, because us normal-ish people also wear things like cologne as well. This makes us more appealing.
I
Yes,
am
okay.
natural. I like
Yeah.
wearing
But-
suspenders and flicking dust.
I'm gonna look at Pez. Yeah, I totally do.
I am offended.
But are you going to use the cologne?
Maybe.
I'm just saying it might help people be more.
I've existed for centuries.
And you guys didn't use stuff like this back then?
I was an orc.
So orcs don't smell good.
We smell like battle.
Mm.
What does battle smell like?
Well, from my experience with you saying that that's what you guys smell like, it's not very good.
Pez, you're a calm and reasonable person.
Mhm.
What is all of this hoopla?
I don't know. I just realized you don't drink it. I always wonder why it tasted very zesty.
Mm.
And my teeth feel weird.
Fucking hate it.
My teeth feel fuzzy.
Think you're so much better than me in your fine silks, don't you, Kasumi?
No, but sometimes it's easier to talk to people of higher standings.
I have dined with royalty,
Smelling like that.
was it
smelling
like?
like me.
What was it like?
But I couldn't taste the food, so
Oh.
it was more of like I'm kind of here to advise, tell stories, and entertain, and
Mariko, you've dined with royalty too.
Alright. It was still weird.
I was also murdered and thrown off a cliff by royalty.
That would explain the smell.
Why are we still going on about the smell?
Kasumi brought it up in the first place.
This is retaliation for Dragon Talk.
Don't make me lecture you, young lady.
I don't have to be here if you start that. But I was simply trying to look out for you as an ally and give you advice on how you can be more appealing to the public, since you are going to be apparently putting on a big display today.
Well, you displayed some tact in your delivery.
How else did you want me to say it?
You do not tell someone that has an odor, by the way, you smell like shit.
Well, no, that was Zahn that said that.
I was just trying to be. Would you like me to lie to your face? I mean, I can.
It is not about lying to someone's face, Warrior
But
Zahn.
also, here's the thing, too. You can't smell things, correct?
No, I cannot.
So how else would you know unless someone who has the ability to smell tells you?
No one has ever.
Because you're terrifying.
Terrifying. I am a quite approachable and agreeable individual.
You're a corpse.
I didn't say it. She
I am
did.
not. Corpse. A corpse is a lifeless, unmoving, decaying body.
But you make corpses move on a daily basis.
Yes, when I bring the boys out, they are corpses. I am not. I am classified as undead.
Look, I was
Okay.
just trying to help.
All right, I'll wear the stupid cologne.
Okay.
Can I have some after?
Fine.
How big of a vial is it?
It's like that big, like your normal like cologne size bottle.
So it's real small in my hand.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
See, you just push down on the top there, and it's
Make sure you get it right at the tonsils.
yep. Oh, and sometimes you can put it here, like on your wrist, because if you go in for a handshake, then they can smell it. There you go.
Hey, now you're sophisticated.
It's
I
like-
love you.
Pez is
I
making
hand
grabby
the
hands.
whole bottle down to Pez.
So hold on. So Lakin is like, and then Pez is like.
Are you spraying it like mouth spray, Pez?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
No, Pez, no, don't eat it.
It's too late.
Why?
It's not mouth spray.
He's just blowing cologne bubbles.
What flavor is it?
What flavor is it? Oh.
It's a masculine musk. We found it in the shop, where Mariko also found a candle to be quite appetizing.
Listen, I'm still getting used to society.
Wait, you ate a candle?
No,
Yeah.
I licked
And
it.
she quite enjoyed it.
The type of
No.
wax was akin to beeswax. And I've eaten beeswax honeycombs to try and get the honey.
But a candle?
Yeah, a candle.
It smelt good. I hadn't seen a candle before, so I licked it.
What did you do
To be
with the
fair,
wick?
I would have done it too.
I only licked it
She
like
didn't eat it.
twice. You just
Oh, she didn't like
She-
eat it like an apple. She
No.
licked it.
She licked it.
Oh, well. That is strange, but not obscene.
It was made out of beeswax.
It smelled like
Technically,
flowers.
everything's edible.
At least once.
Like this.
Yes. So, well, now that you smell fresh, what do we want to do in the meantime before your big show?
Well, I don't think we need to go shopping.
Is there any sort of preparation you want to do for your deal? Like, do you know exactly where you want it to take place and all, or?
Well, I mean, figured right here in front of the statue would be the best. That's where I did tell my man to meet me. Do you think perhaps a change of clothes would be in order?
I mean, if you're going to be presenting in front of a bunch of people, we'll get you some robes or something.
You know, I haven't bought new clothes in a little over 100 years.
So, quick
They've held up quite nice, really.
question for my understanding, because when you were looking out at the ocean, I was assuming you were meaning to meet him down there. Did you mean to meet by the Pantheon?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will change my thought process. Carry on.
Yeah, I said, come back here when the stars are highest in the sky.
Gotcha. Missed that part.
You know, be in a place of worship to do the thing. I don't know how to dress for this type of occasion.
Well, we are in the nicer part of the city. We could try to find a tailor.
Yes, a good idea. Dungeon Master, I would like to find a tailor.
Okay. There's plenty of people around in the Pantheon that you'd be able to corner and ask. I say corner because I know how you people like to just fucking yoink people by the collar.
You, over there.
Yeah.
Their small child.
I'm a gnome.
Listen here, youngster.
You ask around and let me see here. You come to find that there are two popular locations. One is nearer in the Insulae Italiene, which is the cultural district. A little bit pricier, but a bit better quality. Or you could go back into the Artisans Row, where the apothecary is, and get something that's it's good, but it's cheaper, but it's not going to be to like the higher like quality standards that the closer location would be. So you've got either Domina's Atelier that's closer to you, or the Brass Loom that's back on the complete other side of the city again.
Kasumi, I will defer to your judgment on this.
Go to the nicer place. I'll pay for it.
But I do have plenty of coin. It's not necessary. I just don't know what we're looking for.
Well, just in case, we'll get you something nicer.
Very well.
Okay. So you get directions.
Nice joining it.
You've joined the shopping episode. It's not difficult to find. There's enough people there that are familiar with the location that it is the kind of like the premier place that if you were going to a special event, you're trying to impress people, this is the atelier that you want to go to. It is known as Domina Silviana's Atelier. Or, yeah, atelier, however you want to pronounce it. Much like the other buildings in this particular part of town, it's very, very well kept. The walls are gleaming white. There's a lot of colored fabrics hanging from the windows, like curtains. Crimson reds, violet silks. The columns that are holding up the structure are laced with gold. Very, very impressive architectural design. You can tell that this particular place makes a lot of money. Stepping inside, there's so much fabric hanging that the room itself seems to be muffled. Your footsteps make a noise, but there's no returning echo that you would expect inside of a building made of marble and stone. Let's see. In the very center of the room, working at a seamstress's table, is a relatively tall, golden-scaled, dragonborn female. She's wearing a kind of dress tunic of white with very, very elaborate gold trim. It's a little bit difficult to tell where her scales end and where the trim begins. And as you step inside, your equally colorful group catches her eye.
He's going to be so offended by my attire.
Let me...
Yeah.
So she looks towards you and glances back down, finishes the cut that she was just making before setting down the very, very ornamental pair of scissors. Mariko, with your high perception, you're not super familiar with what's wealthy, what's not, and even you can tell that that's not a normal pair of scissors. Like, that is super, super fancy. But she kind of spreads her hands along the fabrics, at the same time leveling it out and also giving her a place to kind of lean as she addresses you. Hello. What can I do for the five of you today?
We have an urgent need for new attire for my friend. She, points over at Lakin.
Madam?
Interesting. Do you have a color palette that you would prefer?
Not
What?
specifically, but priestly robes would be nice.
Priestly
What
robes.
color palette?
Interesting. A priest of which deity? That will help me narrow down some choices.
Ceto, madam.
She kind of looks you over and squints her eyes a little bit. Very well. Get something similar to more religious garments. You say this is a rush job. How fast are we requesting?
Unfortunately, we need them by sunset.
That is a very tall order. I hope you have the coin to back up your hurry.
Name your price.
She seems to perk up at that statement, and seeing some of you that are mostly like Zahn, Mariko, and Kasumi are very, very generally well dressed, seems to believe that you're Pez, you're dirty. Don't look at me like that. You know what you
Just
did.
racially profiled.
He's not wearing his Elton John hat.
Right. See? She gets it. She understands. She snaps her fingers once. It's nice, sharp, and crisp. And from behind one of the fabric racks, a older human woman, graying black hair, tied in a very, very tight braid, is kind of hanging over her shoulder. Compared to the Dragonborn, very, very simple clothing, kind of purple dress with a rough leather apron over top of it, tied around the waist. She comes out and just seems to have a bit of RBF, but the Dragonborn points towards Lakin. Measure him for me, as she herself goes and starts to rifle through some of the fabric stacks. The woman comes up to you, Lakin, and she's kind of, I was going to say manhandling you. I guess she's orc handling you. She's lifting your arm up above her head to keep it level with your shoulder, and she's doing all of your measurements, and she's not shy about just... So,
Do I need to disrobe, madam?
No. No.
she kind
don't.
of looks up at you and just kind of furrows her brow, and when she's going for the next leg, she might go a little bit faster up the inseam than what might be necessary. But she gets the measurements, jots them all down, sets the piece of parchment onto the table as the Dragonborn woman comes back out. If you're going for priestly robes, in very, very rush order, what say you 50 gold pieces? As this will take me and the rest of my staff most of the rest of the day to complete.
How about we go with 100 and you add some extra embellishments?
You see both of her eyes widen slightly. I've never been reverse offered before. Sure, we can
Well,
come up with something.
He just admitted to me that he hasn't purchased clothing in a very long time, so this is a special treat for him.
There's a soft cluck of the tongue as you see just her eyes do the down up. Poor dear.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't mind the expense. Just want to make sure he looks presentable.
She looks towards you,
Madam.
Lakin, and your general visage. Would you prefer a hood or no to hide that?
Madam, I know that my appearance may be unsettling.
A paying customer is a paying customer.
I would like these robes to be that of a true devotee to Ceto. One that is not unfamiliar with that of a ship and the kiss of the sea. If you can get that through your tailoring skills, it would be much appreciated.
I have some ideas of what can be done. Yes, I think it will work out nicely. Very well, I have your measurements. Please, at least half up front as a courtesy.
Kasumi pulls out the full 100 and sets it down on her table.
My, you don't follow instructions very well, but as you wish. She takes the coins, shuffles them away. She, instead of snapping, now claps her hands 3 times, and it is a sharp clap. You see the same woman that had measured you before, a half-orc male that comes out in a very, very stained leather apron, and you can see even his fingers seem to be multicolored, and a small gnome female comes out from behind another space. She has what looks to be either a pen of some sort behind one of her very large ears and a book in her hand, and they're all looking towards the Dragonborn woman. We have a rush order and put everything aside. We are going to complete this before sundown. Now, get to it. And she turns to you. Please, give us some space. We have work to do.
Thank you. Well, let's go. You heard the lady.
All right.
All right. What is the plan for here on?
Well, anything else you needed, Lakin?
I do not think so. I don't think I need anything else.
I think you look like a valiant warrior, Lakin.
Thank you, Warriors On. Those are kind words from a great warrior yourself.
Thank you. And I'm sorry I said you smelled like shit. I was just trying to be honest.
It is hard for me to know. And I guess it caught me a little off guard that I was not presentable.
Son just needs to say, yes. Sorry, I'm not used to catching somebody at your age off guard. It's a new high for me.
Well, where do we want to pass the time until your big event?
Well, considering that the target is not where I thought he would be, I guess we could go back to the eel and see how many of those drinks Pez can drink.
Wait, what drink?
Oh, you were highly intoxicated. Pez pulled a great feat of inebriation.
He got his feet drunk?
No, he imbibed. He drank more than you did.
Press X to doubt.
Except he was still awake.
Except he was still awake.
Yeah, but my stuff was nicer, so it doesn't count.
Well, yes, let's go back to the Golden Eel. We can find some way to pass the time before we have to come back over here to get your robes.
Oh,
Assuming you could play your
Kasumi.
little game again.
Oh,
Yes,
Good.
that actually, exactly what Mordecai said. Was that you? Jostling inappropriate activity.
yes.
Good work.
Mm.
Cannot stand ungentlemanly behavior.
I had nothing better to do. Plus, it's been a while since I've been able to kind of practice that skill, so it's a perfect opportunity.
Poking people in their orifices?
Well, more like being able to maneuver my mage hand and accomplish things with it.
Well, try to up the ante a little. See if you can wrap their belts around the interior legs of chairs.
Actually, a good idea. That would be a little more challenging because it would take some more time, but I might be able to do that.
Drinks are on me.
Well, I guess let's go walking.
Simply under the strong urge to get beverages.
Just a beverages.
And
Yeah.
we're making our way.
Ah.
Okay. So you head back to the Golden Eel. You had not seen her in the morning before you had left. The proprietor, Corina, was not around, but as you come back, it's around, I'd say it's about midday by the time you get to the other side of town again and make it to the Golden Eel. And she's up. She's not drinking yet, but she's leaning on the bar talking to the dwarf man behind. And as the 5 of you come back in, she lifts a hand and gives you a friendly wave. It's a lot more packed than it was the day prior. Now that all the ships have been essentially, for lack of a better word, grounded, there's nothing to do but to drink. So a lot of the area seems to be standing room only. There are groups of people sitting at tables, and where the chairs are filled, there's people standing and kind of leaning on their fellows' shoulders, or some of the shorter races are just kind of standing at the table as if it were like a bar top kind of deal. There't not a whole lot of room to sit mostly in here at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you all doing?
Sumi's gonna find a spot that she can post up, even
I'm
if it's
going-
in a corner.
I'm going to buy a round for the entire bar.
Whoa. Okay. That stopped me writing.
Time to do math.
Okay. Jesus. So yeah, how do you do this? Do you just like step inside, slam open the doors and go, drinks on me? Or do you just go up to the bar and you just, quietly tell them and then people just get a mysterious drink here and there?
I would go up to the bar top and kind of like spread my large hands across it and say,
A drink for all these sailors. And to Ceto.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to speed right here. As you start to raise your voice, people nearest to you go quiet because, like, who's this fucking idiot that's just yelling? But then as you start to say the magic words of around for everyone, the room goes into a just dead silence. And as you finish for Ceto, tankards that are full, half empty, or held upside down in their inebriation go up, and it's just a deafening cheer. As you see the dwarf barman that was kind of leaning to the side talking to Karina, just looking at her and being like, well, he like hikes up his pants and just starts going for going to town.
put 100
Karina-
gold on the table.
Sorry, say again?
I put 100 gold on the
100
table.
gold. Got it. Karina comes up beside you, placing a hand on your shoulder, and she has kind of a wry little grin and goes, my, aren't we generous today? And the coins disappear from the countertop. Someone's had a good day, it seems.
It will be an even better night.
Curious, but I'm not one to pry. Though I do like to eavesdrop. And she kind of looks over at one of the tables, and she goes, Marcus, move. She just kind of does a little shooing motion, and he kind of looks up and looks a bit disgruntled, and then sees Lakin, the guy that just ordered the beer, is like, you know what? Okay, boys, out the way. And his whole crew gets up from the table, makes way, and they go and they seem to go over and start like bothering another crew sitting at a different table, but you've now got a table set for yourself. Soon enough, the rounds start coming out. It's a bit slow because they weren't expecting to pour, a couple hundred pints, but soon everyone has a pint in hand. Some of them are brave enough to come over and give you thanks. They're not really sure why, but every single one of them mirrors your statement of, to Ceto.
And I'm very, charismatic with these individuals. complimenting them on the work that they do and how the world would cease to function as it is without men of their skill.
Your ass kissing.
I know what you're doing, and I'm not even going to have you roll for it because that's just not even fair for me. So I know what my players are about here. Okay, is there anything in particular or something specific that you guys would like to do before we kind of scooch on from this? Because I'm picking up what you're trying to do and what you're putting down here.
Yes, but I don't really. Son needs to go buy jewelry, but I don't really need to do a whole big thing about it. He's just looking for something silver.
Okay, that's very easy to do. Let's see.
I don't need it to be an elaborate whole thing either. Like, I'm cool with it being very, hey, I go there, buy this, I come back.
Right. I'm just trying to look and see what kind of place would be the place that you would go to, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So, is this one?
Like next level up, I'm gonna have to take something in Claire.
Somewhat.
So depending on the quality that you want to go for, there's two places that you could go and check out. There is the Mercatus Maximus, which is the massive open air market that you pass through a few times when you pass that fountain in Athalia. It's going to be a little bit more trinkety. You might be able to haggle the price down quite a bit. But as people have come to like the table and talked and you've asked the question, there is a place back in the cultural quarter called the Mirror and Mane that's going to have combs and other accessory sort of jewelry that you may want to do. Might be a little bit pricier because some of them can have enchantments on them, but it kind of depends on what sort of jewelry you're really looking for to get here.
Pin. So
like a brooch pin or like a hairpin.
It does not
An ink
specify.
stick.
It does not specify.
Just as a pin.
What?
How's it spelled?
Yeah, give
It's a
me
spell component.
give me something here. What spell? Like you don't need to be vague for mystery. I wanted to make sure that I'm getting.
I'm literally not. It literally just says a silver pen worth over 250 gold. Or silver.
What spell are you looking at?
I think he means like a pin brooch.
Sure. Yeah.
What spell
it's,
are you?
Lateral Silver Lance. Yeah, sorry, I'm not being vague for the sake of being vague. It just doesn't really say.
What level spell? Oh, got it.
Third.
Oh. Okay, yeah, okay. Got it. So you were literally looking for a jewelry kind of thing. Okay. You'd probably have a better chance finding that in the Mercatus Maximus, that big open air market. You remember seeing a lot of people there were hawking their wares, jewelry, and all the like. Sorry?
I just was like, hawk.
Oh, yeah.
That word makes me gay.
Well, that's how deals are made, right? You just write in the hand? Anyway. So yeah, you're able to go and find that pretty easily. Are you just going for the one? Or are you getting multiple?
It doesn't consume it, so just the one.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, the walk alone would take you 10 to 20 minutes, and then shopping around and making sure you're getting the kind of quality that you're actually going to need. It's not just like something that's like, what's the word, silver coated. We'll say it takes you about an hour and a half for the round trip. Okay. Anything else?
Can Kasumi roll to see if she's successful to weave someone's belt through the chair?
I'm afraid to ask, but I'm also curious to see how much you're going to blow this out of the water. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Can I cast /genius on that?
Well, let me ask this before you do that. You were there when they were talking about doing this, so I will allow it. It was going to be a question of, did you notice that she was doing this, but you heard that this was going to be happening, so you can if you'd like. Sure.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
What does that do?
+3 to your roll.
Okay.
I'm scared.
38.
Jesus. You tied 10 belts together.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, Lord of the River Dance. What the fuck?
There was a table off to the side. And you had seen one of them kind of get a little bit handsy, and you're like, no, I've done the easy shit. So you tied this man's belt to the Goliath that's sitting next to him. And they're sitting there, they're having a good time. You see them getting a little bit rowdy, maybe making some lewd comments. And you say in your head, fuck it. And you start tying belts. And you start tying shoes. And eventually, the Goliath has to go to the bathroom. The Goliath was behaving himself, so you didn't really fuck with him much. But he stands up, and you see the whole left side of the table get dragged out of their seat as this mountain of a creature gets up and starts to walk. The guy right beside him, his belt is attached, so he's dangling. His leg is being hauled to the side as his foot's attached to the next guy's foot, and his belt's attached to the next guy. It is a train of people as this Goliath is just lumbering drunkenly to the other side to go relieve himself, and it is just a trail of people cursing, screaming, covered in like the remnants of their drink that spilled all over themselves. It is a glorious clusterfuck.
It's gonna be glorious until he gets into that bathroom.
Kasumi is standing in the corner, almost shocked that she was able to pull it off, and she's just like covering her mouth like,
I'm gonna hold my
"Did
fist
you
out
see
to her.
that?"
Say,
You,
oh, yeah.
you have a tiny little scaly fish just... Okay. I had to. A 30
job
fucking
is done.
8. That is wonderful.
Well done.
Uh,
All right. Any other
That's all I
shenanigans?
wanted to know.
So Zon, it's, you know what? It would be about this time as you walk in looking for your friends and you just see a trail of people being dragged across the room.
I just look at Kasumi.
He's still like,
Yeah, it was her.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Sana's just smiling. Like,
All right, anything else?
As it would, like, dally later on through the day, I would be passing on words of wisdom from the sea goddess and telling them of a great feat that will take place in front of her statue this evening, and those of the faithful to flock.
For this one, do give me a persuasion check for me, or religion, whichever you would prefer.
I'm gonna go persuasion.
I kind of figured, but I wanted to give the option just in case.
Uh, 25.
25. The first couple that you really speak to, like, you're definitely trying, but they seem a little bit too inebriated to really focus on what you're saying. They like your funny words and like yeah. But as the day goes on, and more drinks are being passed out. Because of the amount of gold that you put down, by the time people have gotten their drinks, other people are coming in who the bartender doesn't remember giving a drink to, and they're getting a drink, and then he's pointing to you as you've basically bought drinks for the rest of the day with that amount of gold that you put down. So anyone that's walking in is getting at least a singular free drink, if not more, if they're, belligerent enough to go up there and demand one. But these ones that are a little bit more sober, for now, they take to your words a little bit more. The tales that you're telling, the things that you've seen, the words that you are expressing seem to catch more people as the night goes on. A few people sit and converse with you for a little bit longer than others. They may try to trade a tale or two, but they all end up, some of the more senior members of crews, like, you can spot them out. You've been on the ocean long enough. You're like, that guy's, he's got some sway. You've seen a few of them get up and go to their own group, and as they sit down, you see him talk. A few of them start to really lean in and listen. Like, they seem to be really focusing in on what they're saying. So you've got a fairly good idea that something has stuck, at least with a few people that you've spoken to so far.
That's all I need.
All right.
So this
Lighten those
seems
things.
So Zon, you plop your butt back down, and you're able to get your second or third free drink.
At least.
Anything?
I'm an overachiever.
Mariko gets her free drink. It's just, here you go. Trying to pass it to Zon, and Pez just intercepts it. Nope.
Yoink.
Okay, anything else that you guys would like to do?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Anybody?
Cool. The sun begins to dip, getting lower on the horizon.
Dip.
You did not tell the Atelier where you were going to be, so you would need to go and collect your garments.
Oh, yeah.
Lakin, are you going to go by yourself? Is the whole crew going to go?
I'll go with.
I'll go with.
Okay. Just making sure that there wasn't
All
any
right.
other tasks that needed to be done.
Tempest be rolling deep.
You guys need a gang sign or something. Fucking Tempests. I don't know.
Time out.
Sultan!
Oh yeah, Tempests.
Remember, be positive.
I like that one, Ben. Tempests. All right. So you all head back to the Atelier. And by the time you arrive, it seems that they're done. The Golden Dragonborn is working on something else as you arrive, and she brightens up, kind of like pats down her what do you call it? Not a toga, because it's not a toga. I'm trying to think of the dress, I guess.
Chiton?
I don't know.
The robe.
My brain just said, "Fuck you."
Because I know for the, I know this is an ancient Greek base, but ancient Greece, it was called a chiton.
Yes.
I like that word. We're gonna chit on everybody.
Yeah, I wrote down it's like a pale silk in a Greco-Roman style. I just didn't actually put down what it's called. Anyway, doesn't matter. Just my brain seized up on me. She goes to a side table, and you see what looks to be it's not just robes. It is a full outfit. There is a pair of pants, a shirt, robes, boots. She's made a lot to it. Picks it all up, hands it to you, and gestures towards one of the back rooms. You may change here if you wish, make sure it fits, and we can make any final adjustments.
I'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay. So, Lakin goes, gets changed, comes back out. It's magnificent. Dark brown trousers with very sturdy, very well made black boots. The robes are a very, very deep blue with sea green trim that looks a little bit like seaweed. The hood is up, and as he kind of turns to inspect himself, you all see on the back is a embroidered manta ray. The wings coming up and span down the length of the sleeves, and the head extends on up into the hood. The manta ray is embroidered with an iridescent fabric or thread. It's difficult to say, but it shimmers beautifully. Lakin, as you're kind of sorting yourself out, there are golden seashell-shaped clasps to keep the robe on. The shirt that they gave you to wear underneath is a very traditional off-white tunic that sailors would wear, kind of looking to sort of keep you grounded in your field of choice as a seaman. You have a brown belt that seems to have been stamped to look like scales, and it was designed to be a replacement to hold your tome at your side if you so chose. The robe sleeves have short little tassels at the end with seashells attached to them to give a little bit more of an ornamental flair to it. It's just very, very wonderfully done.
I do not think I have worn something this fine ever.
The details are fantastic.
That is what you get when you employ Domina Silviana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a loss for words, which is normally not my style.
Well, you look like you are ready to make an appearance.
Very holy of thou, Lakin.
I'll give a deep bow to the seamstress and give her 50 more gold.
Your patronage here will always be welcome. If we had a little bit more time, I might have been able to woven in a few enchantments here and there. But perhaps on the next
we'll
go
keep that
around.
in mind.
I will see this place before we bid farewell to these shores.
I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.
To the Pantheon!
Sorry, what'd you say?
To the Pantheon!
Oh, to the Pantheon! Okay.
Unlimited power!
So I know that we only have about 20 minutes or so left. We could go for another little bit, or this is kind of a decent-ish stopping point before we get into some good, sparky flair. How are you guys feeling?
I think stopping here would be okay.
Yeah, I'm getting
Okay.
Because
really
I know
tired.
we probably don't want to
Sorry.
rush what happens next.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of thinking like this is a good place to stop, and there's not a whole lot that we can get done in 20 minutes. It's not going to be like super cliffhanger. So okay, then that's where we'll stop, and I'll just to the Pantheon.
Throw the Pantheon.
That's not how you spell Pantheon.
5 dragons come down from the sky.
Okay.
Also-
Well,
Like 5
yes.
dragons? Sounds-
I just gotta say, sometimes it's very distracting to see Banana Dan just helicoptering in the background.
Yeah, I know.
I
you're
saw it
curious
at
what we're
least
talking
twice,
about,
and
you're
I'm
gonna have
like,
to either watch
oh.
us live or check the VOD on YouTube. Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining us on this makeup session. We will actually be back on Friday to stream on our normally scheduled time. So you're not going to have to wait too long to see what these guys are about to do, but, you know.
Still gotta wait.
Still gotta wait. Darn.
We all
Again,
gotta wait.
we do apologize that we weren't able to play last weekend. We really did try, but just, things happen, and that is how it is. So, be safe. We'll see you the next time that we go live. Anyone got any last questions, comments, concerns before we dip on out of here?
Join us in the Discord. We're lonely.
Always.
No, I have that one.
Stay on drugs and don't do school.
And don't forget to reverse pock picket people. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Okay.
Tie people's belts together. That's
Yeah,
fucking
make a
hilarious.
train. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Fools and Flagons podcast. If you enjoyed this past adventure of the Tales of Archeron, you can catch us live on Fridays at twitch.tv/Fools and Flagons.